A West Michigan family reliving the moments a 16-year-old girl is found dead. The focus for jurors as testimony resumes in Quinn James murder trial.
A big traffic headache this morning for drivers in one West Michigan city. The major area shut down right now that could impact your morning commute.
You tried to kill us all. You failed.
This is an emotional day for the victims and families of the deadly Kalamazoo County shooting spree that happened 3 years ago today. How they're moving forward. Today is Wednesday, February 20th.
Live, local, breaking news. You're watching News Channel 3, live at 5.
Okay, 5 a.m. in the nose. Great to have you alongside. Happy Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Jeff Porter. This is our Kalamazoo Live Eye. No snow quite yet. That'll be changing in a matter of hours, though. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Porter, and here we go with our snow and ice forecast. Up to about an inch in Kalamazoo, Holland and Grand Rapids and northward, 1 to 2 inches, followed by, for everyone, 0.05 up to 0.1 inches worth of ice or freezing rain. Here is the setup right now on live Doppler radar. It is snowing in Warsaw, Indiana. Let's use our distance tool. It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes away from Kalamazoo, predicated on a northward motion about 30 miles per hour. Snow at 8 a.m., 24. Temperatures rising all day long. That will allow for freezing rain for your lunch hour, 30 degrees, and just plain light rain or drizzle at 5 p.m. and 35. What time snow meets the Michigan-Indiana line, when winter weather advisories expire. Erica Kirk, that's at 5:06.
Testimony in the murder trial for Quinn James will continue this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Erica Moke.
And I'm Kirk Mason. The former Kentwood School's groundskeeper is accused of killing 16-year-old Mujay Dumbayev and dumping her body in Kalamazoo last year. James' defense attorney trying to cast doubt on the prosecution's theory that James plotted and carried out the murder of Dumbayev. Dumbayev's aunt, Janaya Sino, faced questions in court yesterday about the possibility Dumbayev ran away and wasn't kidnapped. Sano insists that is not what happened.
He stalks her at her bus stop in November after he's charged, when he's let out on bond. And it's supposed to be a keep separate, no contact. He follows her bus in a rental vehicle that a bus driver sees and writes down the plate on.
The prosecution used charts and timelines to show what they argue and premeditated steps taken by James to kill Dumbayev so she couldn't testify in the rape trial against him. News Channel 3 will be in court every day for James' murder trial until a jury reaches a verdict. You can look for continuing coverage here on air at WWMT.com and on our social media pages.
Today, a man charged in connection to a suspected child porn and abuse ring is expected in court. Donald Johnston is charged with multiple counts of criminal sexual conduct. Investigators say Johnston raped a 4-year-old boy several times last year. They say nearly 50 pages of graphic text messages found on Johnston's phone detail the abuse he's accused of committing. Today, a judge will decide if there's enough evidence to send Johnston to trial.
A busy area of Kalamazoo is shut down this morning because of a gas leak, and it could impact your morning commute. Right now, crews are working to fix the issue near Oakland Drive and Howard Street.
News Channel 3's Jason Poor joins us live with what you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Hi, Jason.
Hello, Erica. Good morning, Kirk. If this is part of your morning commute, you're just going to want to avoid the area entirely. Go on ahead and plan around this. They're continuing to work on that gas leak that is pretty much dead center in the middle of the intersection here of Oakland and Howard. We saw them take a slight break around 4:30, but they are really back at it at this point as they're continuing to dig and look for this leak so that they can go on ahead and repair it. We have had a chance to speak with a few of the workers, many of them telling us they've been here most of the night, if not the entire night. And there is a little bit of wind chill here in the intersection as well. So we know it's a little cold for these workers who are out here. Now, you cannot get north, south, east, or west through this intersection. They're not letting anybody through. We've seen a handful of cars head west on Howard, trying to head north on Oakland, thinking maybe that turn is open. It's not. None of the turn lanes are open, so if this is part of your commute, go on ahead and find a way around. Stick with us. We'll have updates for you throughout the morning. There is also a fire station that is located on Howard. That could be a concern as well because they cannot head west at the moment. They're going to have to head east if there is any trouble, and they need to head out to that. Reporting live in Kalamazoo, Jason Poor, News Channel 3.
You will need to boil your water before using it this morning if you use Battle Creek City Water. The boil water advisory went into effect yesterday after a water main break at the Verona pumping station. Officials say the decreased pressure causes a potential for contaminants. They say water has been rerouted and the pressure is back to normal, but residents may notice the water is discolored. It is still safe to drink if it is boiled. The city is collecting water samples right now. If they come back negative for contaminants, the advisory will be lifted in 24 hours. We will let you know as soon as that happens.
Today, some local students will start class at a different building because of asbestos concerns. North Park Montessori School in Grand Rapids closed its doors Monday and Tuesday because of possible asbestos in the building. Parents gathered at GRPS University last night, where their kids will now be moved to, for the time being, to tour the new classrooms. This morning, students in 1st through 8th grade will resume classes at GRPS University until testing is finished. Tuesday brought an action-packed day in the Michigan legislature with conversations about civil asset forfeiture and the House Republicans' action plan for this session.
Political reporter Mackenzie Frost looks at what's on deck for today and why lawmakers are looking to the Michigan Supreme Court for clarity about certain issues.
Good Wednesday morning. Michigan today is shaping up to be another busy day here in the Capitol. The House Government Operations Committee is expected to take up a resolution and hear testimony about the House asking the Michigan Supreme Court for an opinion on the legislature's adopt and amend strategy that they did last year. That is when lawmakers changed the paid sick time and the minimum wage laws after the election. The House Government Operations Committee is also expected to hear testimony on another resolution to ask Governor Gretchen Whitmer to reissue that environmental executive order, this time without the removal of those 3 controversial environmental oversight panels. I'll keep you updated on all of the developments throughout the day, on air and online. Reporting from the Capitol, Mackenzie Frost, back to you.
Mackenzie, thank you. Zone by zone in our Kalamazoo and Battle Creek and Hastings zone shows that we're all eventually above the freezing mark. It's just going to take a good chunk of the day. 34 Kalamazoo, 34 Battle Creek, and 34 Hastings as we go zone by zone. Okay, snow in Auburn, Indiana, the northeast pocket of Indiana, and even just a little bit on the north side of town. So that said, an arrival time, Michigan-Indiana line in Branch County, 39 minutes. Along the Michigan-Indiana line, our winter weather advisories for snow and then ice and then rain expired at 3 p.m. In Kalamazoo, though, they last till 7 o'clock. That's for all of our I-94 counties, Van Buren and Kalamazoo and Calhoun and Jackson. How much rain on Saturday? When rain turns to snow on Sunday? Kirk, those numbers at 5:20.
More younger people in the United States are suffering heart attacks compared to 20 years ago. The surprising group most at risk.